This episode of the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers is brought to you by the generosity of our backers on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/esotericrp to find out how you can become a backer too. We create and broadcast these episodes live on native lands. We acknowledge these are unceded lands, with diverse communities maintaining connections to these places, and recognize their ancestors, their elders, both past and present, and future generations. Learn more by visiting the Native American Rights Fund website at narf.org. The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers present Ruins of the Lost Realm, a campaign for the One Ring role-playing game, with David Larkins as the Lore Master. All right. So, yes, hello, everyone. And I'll say welcome back because it's been a couple weeks since we last met. And so I will be happily recapping things for you all.
Yay.
To the best of my ability, of course. But yeah, I don't know. Any macro questions, any new business, as they say, before I get into the old business? Oh, I guess I should mention that Marley will not be able to join us this session, so we will account for that in game, and hopefully it won't tip the scales
What?
against you.
What have you prepared for? I don't
Look. The One Ring, it scales, so it's like there are X number of opponents for every player hero or whatever. So if we had fewer players, it's fine. It just scales down. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still figuring the system out myself in terms of what is doable.
Yeah.
Last time I missed a session, I had everybody just like, save us,
please, help us.
Let's help us. Yeah, we needed help desperately. So hopefully it won't get to that point. I guess my macro question is your color choice for tracking our progress on the map. Why did
you don't like the pastels?
Why did it start
deeper red?
No, why did it start from ivory to
No.
pink
it's fading. It's fading. So the most recent one is the blood-colored one, and then it fades all the way down to ivory to indicate the passage of time. So
why is it getting more red? I know. Why is it getting more red?
Do I have to answer that for you? I think you know why.
When it turns black, then we have to be very.
we're
That's
done.
True. That's true.
Oh,
well, the good news is I remember if I've mentioned this in the sessions or on the mic, but the good news is the rules explicitly say that once you're done with your adventure, once you've reached the end of whatever adventure you have set for yourselves, which obviously, hello, we're here. Assuming you survive, your journey back, we dispense with it narratively. We do not do the journey rules. We do not worry about you running into any trolls or anything of that nature. Or if we do, then we just sort of narrate it. Oh, you saw some trolls and they turned to stone, whatever. So all you got to do is survive Mount Graham and you're good to go. Go home. Have a beer.
That sounds so
raise a pint at the Prancing Pony on your way home.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all we want to do.
Yeah.
That's we all good. We will do our best to tell the best story possible. Under these conditions.
These conditions. All right.
All right, so let's get a recap going because I don't remember very much of anything, except that I know my feelings. I know that I felt very like ambiguous and confused as to why we were
Patchwork of
continuing.
impressions. Well, yes, indeed. You even were kind of like, "Oh, I should just go home," and everyone was like, "No,
Yeah,
Melly, we
no.
need you now more than ever."
Right.
Um, right. So you're heading to Mount Graham. Well, you, Melly, are sort of personally invested in this because you're heading to Mount
Yes.
Graham to ascertain the truth behind the rumors that Haleth has picked up, which is that there is a sort of a gathering threat out here that orcs and goblins
Oh, yeah. Yes.
are massing to perhaps once again descend upon the Shire
No.
and seek vengeance for the long ago defeat of Golfimble at the
Right.
hand of Bandabris Took.
Yeah.
So right. You guys didn't bring the Bull Roarers Club with you, so we'll see. We'll see if that makes a difference or not.
Are you kidding with this? Where the hell is it? I
You gave
lost
it to
track.
Bilbo,
We
so
gave
you
it to
know.
Bilbo.
God damn it.
Stole it.
Bilbo did steal it. He's the thief. It's true. That's his reputation.
Sure.
Oh my god.
So anyway, so you're here kind of on a scouting mission, and obviously depending on what you find, you can decide where to go from there.
Okay.
But yeah, the journey here was not easy.
No.
You cross the fields of slaughter and encountered a haunted elf and her haunted companion, her ghostly companion that haunted her. And you lost the haunted elf, but you did dispatch the ghost. And then you you spent some time.
Okay, where are we?
Then things took a turn for the sexy.
What the fuck? No. Yeah, this is an interesting choice.
I'll switch it up here. I'll switch it up.
Okay. Yeah.
But yes, let's go with maybe that.
Didn't I tell you I was gonna like read some music for you?
You were very ambitious. You're like, I'm gonna curate
I will
3-hour playlist.
I could usually, but I was busy.
I see.
So,
busy living life.
I was living life. Yeah. Sorry about that, but
that's all right.
Now we are back into it. So.
Yes. Actually, let's do this one instead. I don't know. All right, let's do that. All right, so yes, you recovered from your battle with the ghost elf in the ruins of Fornost.
Yes.
And then you struck out, and you crossed some what turned out to be challenging but not too punishing, thankfully, terrain. The former realm of Hrudar, and you have come to Mount Graham, and that's where we left it off. You all are extremely tired, so you're just playing yourselves, basically.
Yes.
And
yes.
And so there was some talk of finding a place to rest, finding a place to just sort of recuperate from your journey and the load, both physical and metaphorical, that you are carrying. And so that is one of your priorities. Silmir, for his part, has volunteered himself to head out on a scouting expedition to scout the perimeter of Mount Graham and its environs. And so we'll be rejoining you at some indeterminate point in the future. Which would be kind of hilarious if the next 3 hours of play encompassed like a month of game time, and then finally Silmir like shows up again. He's like, "Oh, hey, sorry. I got lost." But we'll see. So I think that catches you up. Any questions? Did I skip anything?
Weren't we in like a city that was abandoned and it had fog
That
and
was Fornost, yeah.
Fornost?
Yeah.
Okay, that was
That's where you
Fornost. Okay.
departed from. I'll
Okay.
describe the environment you're in now
Okay.
momentarily, but
Okay. Yeah. Other than that, I don't really think I have very many questions.
okay. All right then. So you you have made your way up into the sort of extreme western spur of the Misty Mountains. To your north is the former witch realm of Angmar. To the south are the treacherous Etten Moors, the troll-haunted Etten Moors. And ahead of you, looming up under darkened skies, is Mount Graham. And Mount Graham is the tallest peak of this spur of mountains. It is oh gosh, my geography skills are abandoning me, but it's that thing where there's a volcano and there's like a lava plug, and then the volcano erodes away, and it just leaves the shape of the lava.
Is that a caldera?
That's
maybe?
the other way around. Caldera is the
that's right. Okay.
bowl.
Yeah.
I think is it like a basaltic monolith or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds
Anyway.
good. Yeah.
We'll go with that. It's a basaltic monolith, and it's sticking up. So what that means is that it's sort of surrounded by old magma flows solidified into sort of like a rocky, almost like glacial expanse with like all these cracks and crevices crisscrossing it. And then the mountain itself is like very tall and spire-like. It's almost like a needle sticking up into the sky. And then there's just extremely steep and rocky foothills surrounding the whole thing. So, ergo, Silmir heading out to see if he could scout some stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
Flocking around the top of Mount Graham are great quantities of birds. Seem to be constantly circling and flittering about. And even from this indeterminate distance, you can hear their squawks and shrieks filtering down to you. The birds do not sing, they scream in pain.
All right.
Crying out to an unjust God who mocks their very existence. Yeah. So, anyone who has hunting can roll that.
All right, let's do this. My hunting is 1.
My hunting is 2 and favored.
All
Heyo.
right. There we
Mine
go.
is 0.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Oh,
Oh, because you're weary.
weary.
Should we rest first?
I could have sworn we
Well,
rested.
This is
I could have sworn.
no. You're saying we have to find a place to rest.
Oh,
But this
God.
is a preliminary hunting roll anyway, so resting wouldn't have helped you.
Well, I'm at normal.
All right, Melly. Let's see
Should
what
I
you got.
I try. Oh,
Give it
okay.
a
Well, I
shot.
wasn't
Give it a
saying
shot.
therefore I should do it.
Yeah,
but
come on.
here
You
we
know
go.
everything. Show us what you know.
Fail. I
Yeah,
don't know
That's what I
everything.
thought. All right, so
What the heck, dude? We're already feeling totally freaked out. So
also, Naja, if you like, you can always just roll a feat die, a d12, and see if you happen to roll a Gandalf rune.
Then I'm finding the beat dies again.
In this
left,
case,
left.
yeah, I think just rolling the d12 would probably be the easier
Okay.
way. I don't know if you can just roll a feat die off that character sheet.
Oh, okay.
Looking for a 12.
Okay.
Nope. Okay.
That's a fail also.
Alrighty. So yeah, I mean you're all exhausted.
Yeah.
So but yeah, the good news is that there are plenty of like box canyons and crevasses and sort of natural overhangs and other places that you can make a reasonable attempt at setting up a somewhat secluded campsite so that you can get some rest
Mm-hmm.
For once. So, assuming that you're doing that, what's your plan? What are you I'm looking up how long you're going to need to recover, but in the meantime, you're setting watches, I assume. Give me your SOP.
Well, with Thilomir gone, I think Haleth is back to feeling like he is not the leader necessarily, but he is a bit more responsible than he has been. So he's probably trying to dictate watches, and that's not necessarily going to fly with everybody else, but it's just like he will always be the first one to offer suggestions, even if they're shot down.
Right.
He Haleth is definitely like, we're all beat up, we're all exhausted, we all need to rest. So like, don't try and do too much, don't try and explore too much. He probably honestly fought a little bit with Silumir, or resisted Silumir wanting to go off and just do his thing, because he's like, all right, now we're down a sword, now we're down a bow,
Right.
We're all exhausted. Like, this isn't the greatest tactical plan, but fine, whatever, you're the older ranger, you know better.
Right.
But he's very much like, we need to find a place that has at least some decent water or food nearby, and then we're not leaving for a while. We need to find a decent spot, hole up, and not try and overextend ourselves, because that way lies all of us getting squished.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I don't think Melly's going to resist very much. I think she's really getting more fearful as we get closer to where these particular goblins want my kind dead. So
Yeah.
feeling more fearful.
Right.
So.
Makes sense.
And worried, because Silumir left and Melly shares the same concerns as Helith, for sure.
How about Oda?
Yeah, Oda wanted to go to the village and rest so that we could like set out on this.
Oh, right.
Like,
there was that whole debate about whether to swing down to Bree first.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, sounds like a good idea. Great idea, Halith. Let's set up a camp and rest.
Rest is good.
Doing her level best to not say "I told you so" every Tim stumbling over a log, and she's like, the words have not yet been uttered verbally, but they are sitting weighted on all of our shoulders. Like, we're all like, damn it.
May not be saying it, but she is communicating it for sure. Right. Or just like a growing nervousness, right? Like, this can't be. Silumir's not doing great. Yeah. He's better. Like, but right, and then he's gonna go off and solo it, and it's just has an ill foreboding to it.
Okay. All right. Well, I think like this is a rough country for sure. There's more rocks than vegetation, but there's no like major, big trees or anything, but there's spring runoff from the mountains, so you find a small little streamlet carving its way through one of these gullies, and there's some local fauna that you can hunt. Certainly some small little rabbits or birds. So yeah, you settle in. So the rules for regaining fatigue are that you have to find a sheltered and safe refuge, as it puts it here. So I think check, we can assume you have. And then you lose 1 point of fatigue for every prolonged rest, aka every night that passes in which you are resting. So what are our fatigue points looking like here?
Okay. Let's see.
I think I have 6.
I'm at 7.
Yeah, I am at... Where the hell is it? Why am I having a hard time finding this?
Under strength, lower right.
Oh, thank you very much. 8.
Okay. So we're looking at about a week to get rested up, fully recovered. So the remainder of this day and then the first night pass without incident. It's sort of eerily quiet, other than the periodic cries of the birds of Mount Graham. And in fact, that's really the only thing notable that happens is, like, as the sun's setting, a few of these birds do come flying down to perhaps hunt around for their evening meals. And so you get a closer look at them, and you can see that they are some variety of magpie.
Okay.
And you know, a couple of times it seems like maybe they're eyeballing you as they hop around and chirp, but they don't linger for very long, and then they take off back for their nests at the top of the mountain. And so in the morning, as you awake, you can all delete 1 fatigue point.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I will say...
So spirit's lifting slightly.
Slightly. You're starting to get a little rested. A little rested up.
That's enough at least to take me out of weary, so that's helpful.
Good.
Nice. So as you're getting your morning meal together, Melly, you find that your little leather satchel with seasonings from the Shire has gone missing.
Oh God! Not to your face. Now what? No. How much more must I endure? Is my question. Okay. So Melly starts frantically looking for it. This is like her one connection to her home.
Yeah.
And anything that resembles normalcy to her. So she starts to get really panicked and is looking around. Maybe she dropped it. She starts retracing her steps, and like going back through the places where we led up to get into this little space where we're camping, and looking around, and then she's like muttering to herself and getting really, really upset and frantic. Where is it? Where did it go? And like tears are filling her eyes. I've been there. I lose things all the time. This is me a couple times a month. So this is a little too relatable. David, I mean, this is hard enough as it is. Now it's super relatable.
I'm sorry.
If Haleth noticed you kind of doing that, he would probably walk over and like ask, like, what did you misplace? What's going on?
It's my pouch. It's with the seasonings, the salt. How are we going to be able to cook this fish? We won't be able to.
He's gonna at this. He's got good hunting and good kind of stuff. So, I mean, I will roll if you want me to, David, but I think what his reaction is going to be is he's going to look at you first, like kneel down and look at you and be like, how heavy is that pack?
I don't think it's that heavy.
And then his eyes are kind of like, whenever you read a book and it's like his eyes darken, his brows are kind of furrowed, his eyes are going to darken. Yeah. And then he's going to look back up to where the magpies were, and he's going to be like,
oh,
birds.
And Otis ask us like, are there like tracks or footprints around?
Oh, certainly. Let's see. Why don't you give me a scan roll?
Oh man, this is horrible. Success! Yay!
Good. Yeah, you are quite sure that the only prints around here are those left by you and your companions.
So no magpie footprints?
Nothing. Prints. Yeah, nothing that sticks out.
So when Haleth says that about the birds, right? And so I'll turn to look up at them too, and I start shaking my fist and be like, "You give me back my pouch! That's mine. That's not for you. That's not for you to steal. What can a bird do with the salt? Nothing. Give me my pouch back now!" Kind of yelling and stuff.
Their squawks seem to come back at you mockingly.
No. So I'm okay, so is there a tree? Is there like branches and stuff?
Nope.
They're on top of some rocks, or
they're circling up around the peak of the mountain.
Oh.
Far away. They just look like a little cloud of insects from this distance.
But they're still making fun of me, so.
Yeah.
Magpies will do that.
Yeah, they will. So then I start crying, just like tears are rolling down my face as I just continue to look in vain for this pouch. So I'm just frantic.
Then Oda, I think, would sit next to you and maybe put my arm around you.
Very sad. So now I realize it's just gone. So there's nothing I can do.
All right. So, any plans during the daytime, or are you just gonna kind of continue to rest and recuperate?
I guess just continue to rest. I'll just cry myself to sleep. God. Cool. I mean, this is what's coming through for this character. Yeah, I'll just cry myself to sleep, and I'll catch you guys on the next watch to help out with that. Yeah. But I'm just.
Can we is this too much? Am I thinking too much? Can we set like a trap? And if there's something coming that's stealing our stuff, I wanna catch it.
Certainly. I think you could set up a little simple deadfall or alarm trap with a hunting roll. Someone.
I know it's not canon or whatever, but I'm totally picturing like a cardboard box and a
stick.
Yeah. That would be so good. Oh, holy. All right. So I'm sleeping. Sadly.
Okay. All right. Well, if anyone wants to make a hunting roll to set up the trap, you may do so, or else, take your chances.
I can try that now that I'm not weary and fatigued.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
And look at
that. What a difference. All right.
Wow, I'm not tired. This makes such a big difference.
Turns out we need sleep. What?
Who would have thought it?
Yeah.
So yeah, you run some twine between some rocks and some dead bushes, and just create a little bit of a spider's web, a little cobweb type effect to just trip up anything that like kind of runs into it will like knock some stones over or otherwise make noise and alert you to its approach. So but the night passes without incident, and you all delete another fatigue point from your total.
All right.
We're on day 3. Track of these here. All right. And I'd like you all to make awareness rolls as the sun is coming up.
Okay. Here we go.
I have a 0 in awareness.
Cool.
I have a 2 and I still failed.
Oh no, and we all failed. This is gonna go well.
Oh my god.
Wow. Good times.
It's not good times. No.
All right. So things seem to the day passes much the same as the day before. You don't nothing untoward seems to be going on. It's just sort of eerily still, just the wind and the cries of the magpies. That's it.
So I'm cursing those magpies every day. So once I get up, like anytime I get up in the morning and I see them, I shake my fist and I'm like, "You give me back my pouch!" Like I'm really fixated on this, because I feel like I have nothing else that I could do. So yeah, I don't think that's helping my cause, but
Right. Alrighty. Anything else anyone wants to do during the day?
I'm not weary anymore. So Haleth, I think, is starting to slowly expand his search. He's still listening to, he set the rule, don't go too far from camp. So he's still listening to that, but he's kind of starting to poke out a little bit more just to make sure that, he's feeling more and more able to handle something if it shows up. So he's just maybe walking in slightly longer circles. He's very much paying attention to the sky now, and he's just trying to see if he can find any animal tracks or any hint of the goblins or whatever, but he's never, more than a shout away from camp at this point because he doesn't want to disappear and leave the other two by themselves.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's see. How about right. How about an explore roll then?
Okay. Explore, there we are.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a great success.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so you're checking out the surrounding terrain, and like I say, it's very very rough. You even though you're staying close to the camp, you're obliged to follow a lot of these like twisting gullies and canyons, or else risk scrambling up over the sheer cliffs that separate them, and either suffering a nasty fall or being seen by anything that's in the area. And so as you're tromping about around mid-afternoon, you descend down into one of the larger of these canyons. It's looks like maybe in a wetter weather, perhaps during the summer, this is runoff for a seasonal river, perhaps. The floor of the canyon is very sandy, and so you quite easily discern what would I want to say, like a very obvious trail of fresh tracks that was making its way along this canyon. And I think with the great success, you can pick out the fact that it was probably a couple of dozen people going this way. And let's see. I would say that you can even surmise that the tracks on the outside of the trail on either side seem to be belonging to heavier booted feet, and the tracks along the inside belong to lighter feet. Perhaps people just wearing like civilian shoes, we would say.
How close to where we are currently camped does the stream of footprints seem to go?
It sort of was running parallel to where you are, and the canyon is heading up towards the mountain.
Okay.
So yeah, like the acoustics around here are truly strange, because by all rights you should have heard them tromping by early this morning, but obviously the sound did not carry over into your little neighboring gully.
Okay. So I would definitely take note and then very calmly GTFO. Slowly make my way back to camp. And then as soon as I got into camp, I'd probably immediately drop into like ranger mode, where I was like motioning and like getting everybody in close. And then, once we're all kind of forehead to forehead in the middle of the camp, I would be like, so I don't want to concern anybody, but several dozen things just walked by the camp probably this morning heading towards the mountain, and we all missed it. So that's fun.
How could that be?
We're all exhausted.
Yeah. True.
My ears aren't tired though.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
This place has a weird feeling, man. I don't love it here.
Yeah.
We should just be careful. Maybe no more screaming at the magpies incessantly.
So I just kind of, my mouth gets into a thin line. Been saltless for like 2 weeks now or whatever. How many days has it been?
Saltless. It's just been a day.
Oh shit. Well, we're talking about Hobbit standards.
It's been a whole month.
Right.
Yeah, basically. No salt. Okay. So I'll just be like, all right, I'll be better. But
it's not blaming you. I'm simply saying I am but one sword. I cannot defend you from dozens of goblins.
Right. Okay. I wonder when Silumir was gonna come back.
Where could he be?
He's been gone for a day.
Yes.
I don't know. It just feels very just really treacherous, it seems. If there's more of them, how are we supposed to find out what they want to do? Like, what would be our plan of action to stop them? If anything, we should be warning people, so we should be far from this place instead.
Well, we've come this far.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear you about the salt, and I get it. But if they take over the Shire, no one's gonna have salt.
That's true. I know we're here for an important reason. It's just, I don't know. Just how much more rest should we be, taking? Is my question.
At least a couple more days. We don't want to move out with Silumir gone. We didn't establish anything prior to where to meet.
Yeah.
And while I'm sure he could find us, just based off of my own skills and knowing how much better he probably is than me, it's not a good idea to be wandering around by yourself this close to the mountain.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm still committed to this, so yeah, we'll carry on.
Okey-dokey. So another night passes, you lose another fatigue point, and in the morning, let me have you all make awareness rolls again.
Wow. I failed.
Come on, Alice.
Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god.
Gandalf rune came through.
Oh
boy, sure did. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting there.
It is. Oh dear.
I like that it even designates that that's a success because of the feat die. Like it's
right.
It's kind of
yeah,
like...
no, it's you rolled for crap. You're lucky. I'm giving this to you because I have
to. All right, so I'm gonna say that it's actually not quite sun up yet, and Haleth, perhaps you were taking the last watch, and at this point you hear some voices carrying over in the still of the pre-dawn air, and it sounds like the voices of men, and they sound somewhat jovial, just sort of freely chatting amongst each other. The noises are coming from the direction of the mountain and sort of paralleling, a path towards you, but you would surmise they're making their way back down the canyon this time. And they're talking about well, that was a pretty penny for that. And then another one says, well, what do you expect? It was a whole load of captives from outside Bree. They don't get many of those up here. And hobbits too. Oh, those will make good eating. And another one says, do you really think they eat them? And the other one says, oh, gosh, if I know, I don't know, but it was all we could take. It's all we could do to keep Slinker from eating them on our way up. And says, true enough. And then you hear, as if to punctuate that, a somewhat mournful grunt, and then one of them says, "All right, Slinker, we'll get you fed, and we'll get you covered up too before the sun comes up. No worries about that."
Oh.
So he's like counting on his fingers how many different voices he hears, and he's like,
yeah.
At the first two, he's like, okay, I could. Nope. Okay, now there's three. No, I can't. Okay, that's too many. Too many separate voices.
And allusions to a troll as well.
Yes.
Oh God.
Do all trolls hate dwarves, or just the first one we met?
It's not really dwarves. I mean, some specifically it's dwarves, but typically it's everything.
No, but the first one had like a hatred of dwarves.
Some do, some don't.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like a dwarf troll thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's see. What do you got here?
What?
Let's see. You do have lore. Go ahead and roll lore.
Ooh,
see what you know.
Yeah. Let's find out.
Nope.
Oh.
All right. I don't know a whole lot about trolls.
That rolled terribly today.
This is just bad rolls. I'm not. It's not.
Doesn't feel right.
No, it feels bad. Feels bad. Okay. So. Okay, so Haleth hears this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we don't know yet that this is what Haleth heard. Okay.
Hang on just a second. There's somebody knocking at my door.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sure thing.
So we were presumably asleep or unconscious, right?
Unconscious, yes.
I don't know.
Comatose.
Yes.
Yes.
We were asleep when this happened, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Just making sure. This is good music.
Thanks.
You picked some good stuff.
I can't even hear
Sorry
it.
about that.
Oh, you can't? Oh no. Okay.
That's okay. Don't.
All right. It's very quiet. Okay.
Fine.
All right. So we were just establishing that we were passed out, asleep, or just not paying attention to when this happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
So it's up to Haleth, really, how you want to proceed.
Okay. Well, he wouldn't hide that fact, so he would probably. We don't know it was a troll. It was something.
Right.
Something not good. Doubt it was, a bunch of forest elves, singing and dancing.
No, definitely not that.
No.
He would probably come back and wake everybody up, and explain very quietly, maybe using a lot of hand motions, like bandits, probably humans, based on what I was hearing, kidnapping people outside of Bree, both hobbits and humans, and giving them to someone to be fed or used as some kind of prison labor or something along those lines. We are definitely close enough to where the goblins are that it could be inferred that they are giving them to goblins. There were definitely too many for us to take on, for me to take on individually. If we wanted to do something, it would have to be sneaky, and we would have to find a way to split the group. But we are awfully close to where they walk to and from the mountain, so we really either need to find a new place to camp or get real good at being sneaky.
Okay. All right. I'm pretty good at sneaking. So I can be stealthy if we need that. I don't want to go too far, or I'm just nervous. I don't want to leave Silumir without, if we move, I don't know. Just
I feel like Silumir will find us. The Rangers are good at that.
That's true. Okay. All right.
All right, moving the camp, or?
Yeah. maybe.
I mean, we don't have to. This is just he's very much like, just so you know, like, we happen to find a spot that happens to be right by their main ingress-egress point. So either that's good for us or it's bad for us.
I think for Oda, the debate in her mind is like, okay, Silmir's not here, and we're waiting, and we're trying to recoup and wait for Silmir to get back, and like somebody just walked by with captured people and hobbits.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think like I want to rest, but we could help these people like now.
Yeah.
And if we lose this track and we lose them, who knows what happens to them? Yeah. And now we're talking about like the next shipment, the next delivery of lives.
Yeah, and I forgive me if I didn't hear this initially, if you said this, but if we help them, then they can join our ranks and they can help us fight too. Maybe
if they're not too exhausted and or starved and or like.
True, but you never know. I mean, we might be able to help each other is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm with you. I think that's something we should definitely try. I could sneak around and I could untie people. I think we could just see how they're being kept and help free them. Yeah, I'm for that. Like, it's the first enthusiastic face I think I've made in like a couple days, where I'm like, yeah, like my spirits are lifted. Like, we can help them. So
maybe they have Shire salt on them.
So I was like, I'm in.
Just say.
Oh my god, yeah.
Let's at least like
let's see.
Let's try to sneak and like see what's going on here. And I'm not saying like let's go in axes blazing.
No.
But I can't let them go by.
Right, we can stealth. I'm very stealthy.
Okay.
It's like one of my favorite things. I have like a 3 in stealth, so
nice.
I can go sneak around and see if I can find something out.
Okay.
All right. So what's the plan?
So, Holith, you heard where they were generally talking, right? Like the general area. Okay, so could we like figure out like and maybe track where did they leave that place, or did they were there for a little while and then they moved away?
Oh, I found tracks that looked like they were leaving, and then this sounded like they were coming back.
Okay.
Other way around.
Other way around.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's track to see like where they went, I guess. Like,
yeah, if they're leaving, that means they're going away from the mountain, which is presumably a little bit safer. So like we wouldn't have the entire mountain's worth of goblins called on us in case it went crazy.
Yeah.
But we still sound outnumbered.
Yeah. For sure. But we could just see who's actually there, like who they actually have, and like how many people they've captured.
I've got a 3 in stealth too, so
okay, great.
It's
nice. Okay.
I feel like I'm very stealthy. Hold on. 1. Not terrible.
No, that's not bad.
I think
better
it's
than
favored.
nothing.
The check is favored, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I would say that we would maybe track some of these, just where they're going, I guess, or where they're leaving, like away from the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, does that sound good? Okay.
Yeah, that's better than going into the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure.
And when do you want to do this?
Well, would they be more powerful at night? Or would they be more, we'd be able to hide better in darkness?
If they've got a troll, they can't move during the day.
They have something. Could be a dog.
Dog could be something. We don't know what it is. But whatever it is, it's averse to the sun, you said.
Trolls are adverse to the sun if it's a troll. If it's a dog, it could smell us before we get close. But if they are men, they would have, less eyesight at night, theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they have to cover a dog?
Yeah, why would they cover it during
comes up?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, let's sneak up and
let's
try
go
to
now.
see what they got.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hypotheticals here.
It is. So let's go adventure out and see.
Okay.
All right.
So yes, you move roughly in a southerly direction away from the mountain, and their tracks are quite easy to follow as they traverse the sandy river bottom. And yeah, let's get some stealth rolls going here and see how close you can get. It's kind of what we're trying to determine here.
All right. Wow. I don't know what's going on. Like, every roll that I'm doing is a fail.
Yeah.
Very weird. Okay. I failed.
I also failed.
Wow.
It's the second time that's happened. 2 failures and then a Gandalf.
Wow. Yeah, it's almost as though something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, Oda succeeded. Thank God.
Okay, so the three of you
oh my God.
Parallel these tracks for a little bit, and as the dry river bottom widens out onto the plains, onto the moors south of the foothills around Mount Graham, you all can see that this party has apparently halted and has set up camp, and they're not really making any effort to conceal themselves. They clearly feel like they're not in any danger or any, there's any chance of like being observed by unfriendly eyes. And but from the distance you're at, not wanting to give yourselves away, really all you can see are sort of like a little cluster of like a half a dozen tents, along with a larger sort of pavilion style tent, and you see some men moving around the camp, but that's about it. But Oda, you are able to crawl your way forwards amongst the gorse and the boulders and get a little closer to within about 100 yards of their camp. And so from that distance, you can see a few more details. These men look to be pretty rough customers. They have some armor. They have weapons in the form of cudgels and bows and arrows and so forth. And they definitely have a leader. There's a guy who's sort of bossing people around. He looks to be he's very large and angry looking, and you can see half his face is covered in a pretty nasty burn scar that's visible even from this distance. Yeah, that's about as much as you can make out from where you're at.
I guess I would go back and then relay all that information.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like it's a human that is hurt, or he has burns on his face, or
burn
arms?
scar on his face.
Battle hardened.
Yes. And he's clearly the leader, sort of bossing people around and yelling at them and so forth.
Okay. How many total? Sorry.
Well, there were a half dozen tents.
Oh shit.
Plus a large pavilion.
Oh. Fuck.
There's small tents, little one-man tents.
All right. So. Well, I'm wondering if well, that's better. I'm wondering, was there a place? Was it obvious that there was a place where humans were being held, or hobbits were being held, or no?
No, there's no sign of any captives.
Okay.
Because they're going out to get more.
I think they're out to go get more.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So that means, let's say this is just this group. let's say they're the main ones doing it. Maybe we could go back into the mountain and find where the people and the hobbits are being kept and free them instead. Because if they're gone, if it's just this group, we don't know how many people are in their number that are doing this. Maybe we would be able to help release them.
I bet they'd have like guards for the captains.
But maybe not nearly as many as the people going out to do the raid. What do y'all think?
I don't know. To me, the question is, do we want to try to go into the mountain without Silmir?
Right, which I think is a no at this point.
Probably not. When Oda got close, she wouldn't have seen anything large, like a troll or anything, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So hearing about a lack of an animal like that, I think Haleth would be like, all we saw were the tents. There's no way a leader of men like that is sharing a tent with a troll. We've smelled them. That's not going to happen.
Right.
It is best to assume that the troll is back at the mountain with whoever they left behind to go do this raid.
True. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't really know what we should do, but I'm thinking maybe if I don't know, we just don't have enough people. Isn't this just enough information already to take back to warn people? Maybe to get some other help from another group? I don't know.
We are a week and a half away from Bree, which is kind of the nearest settlement.
Where are they getting people from then?
Yeah.
I heard them talking about outside of Bree. So if they were engaged and catching people outside of Bree, made the trek all the way back to the mountain, gave themselves a night to rest, recoup, or it could be a different group entirely. Maybe they work in shifts. And this next group left as soon as this other group came back.
Excuse me.
They might be leaving for another week. Like they might legitimately be taking another week to head out there. They're not being sneaky, so at this point they don't care who sees them. Which is a little cocky, but also they have numbers. But it does mean that they're being seen by anything around here.
Well, what if we just get rid of the leader? What if we just go in and go after him and get rid of him, and then they would be sort of be able to be dispersed a little bit more. They wouldn't have someone to rally them. What if we just went after him?
We could definitely try and sneak in.
The burn face. I have my dagger. And I'm not
afraid
to use it.
I believe.
Yeah,
a couple of you have bows.
Absolutely have bows. Metagaming Haleth is like also very. It's not very likely they have that magical ability to bring themselves back after they get knocked down to 0 endurance because they're just dudes.
Every opponent has that. Every single one.
No. Oh my god.
So
I think too. I think Oda. It's like, let's disrupt the trade.
Yeah, I think Haleth is definitely also, I think Haleth is a little game to be like, I just want to fight like flesh and blood like humans. Like I want to be able to chop my sword into something that screams when I hit it, and that isn't magical, isn't going to shove a ghost spear into my chest, isn't going to be a giant fish with 100 eyes. Like just a dude with a sword that I can knock down and make cry. Like
that makes sense. That totally makes sense. All right, so I say we just go in and just start. We have to go after the leader guy.
Okay. When you say go in and just start, like, we're not going to storm into camp. Whoa.
Fine.
Trick will be take out the pickets first. If they're setting watches, find the guy walking around by himself and end him, and then, make our chances better as we get further or closer to camp.
Okay. All right. So I will nod in agreement. Like, all right, like you all know better than me, but I'm just feeling pumped because I just would like to. It's just it's my fear is tipping over into just like, let's just like start wailing on these guys. Okay. All right. So I will follow whatever you say. So let's make a plan.
Yeah.
So what time of day is it again?
Well, by this point it's just a couple hours after dawn, so maybe like, 8:30, 9.
Okay.
Just after are dawn. They setting off again or?
No, they're making camp. They're settling down.
Yeah. So I think we'll drop back a little bit, keep an eye on them, wait for night, see how many people, because at that point, because Hellas got 2 in battle. So with a day of watching them, he can check out patrol patterns. He can see how many people they go off to do other things. The obvious thing would be like, don't go hide near a copse of trees because they might come use that copse of trees to cut down for firewood or whatever. Like we need to stay away from the resource areas, but where we can observe so that we can catch everything. And then at night, when everyone theoretically beds down and it's only 1 or 2 guys who are watching, if any, that's when we go in and make a move.
Okay. And then I think, what if we send Haleth in for the watches, and then Melly, with your bow and arrow, shoot flaming arrows into the tents and cause chaos.
I'm willing to do that. That would be great.
And then, while people are disheveled and woken from their sleep, we.
I like that. I like that. Although part of me is thinking they're setting up camp now because they travel at night and they sleep during the day. So that was just a thought that I had. Because they're not traveling, they're camping. What do y'all think of that?
That's also, I mean, in that case, we would pivot and if that ends up being the case and they pack up and start leaving at night, there's always going to be a straggler in the back who didn't get enough sleep and who's carrying a bunch of stuff. Just, Splinter Cell sneak up behind him and get rid of him, and then you just have everybody else like, wait a minute, where'd Daryl go? And you're just like,
hey Joe, go find Daryl.
Right. Fair enough. All right, cool. All right, that's good. Okay, so Haleth's gonna check out and observe. I think can we all kind of just observe their...
Yeah, you're well rested. You had a good night's sleep.
We can just check it out and see what they're doing.
Are you all non-weary at this point, or is anyone still weary?
I'm normal.
Was never weary.
Yeah.
Okay. Weariness was never an option. All right. Okay. So the day passes, and indeed it does seem like they have bedded down for the day. They've got a watch posted, so there's always somebody outside the tents, but again, doesn't seem terribly concerned about the prospect of getting caught.
All right.
You all watch from afar. At one point, one of the magpies flits over and alights upon a dead branch of a small stunted tree and is sort of looking at the 3 of you inquisitively. Melly, what do you do?
So I see it, it's looking at us, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna go like, I'm gonna put my finger to my lips like, no, like, don't say anything.
As a hobbit, you could throw a stone at it without any penalty.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So that would be under your bows skill technically.
Oh, bow. Okay, bows. There we go. I'm going for it, and let's go. Does it have a parry? Does the magpie have a parry?
Parry does not have a parry. No.
Fail as usual. Thanks for that.
So you send a small stone its direction, and you miss it, but it does chase it off. So it flutters away.
Get the hell out of here. But like, why do I keep failing? Why do
I
we
don't
keep
know.
failing?
Get them out now, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just
You were on
worried.
fire last time, and you
I'm
even
just,
like you were
that's
even
true.
like I should
That's true.
acknowledge that.
That's true.
You know.
Yeah, it's that rare.
Can't even
Okay.
switch out your dice.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I know. There's no dice cooldown corner.
No calm down corner for
Calm
these
down
dice.
corner.
They're just always very addled. So I throw the stone, it flitters away, and that's that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. But other than that, I mean, it's kind of like that's the highlight of your day. It's pretty boring. You know, out here on these empty foothills and plains. And but you know, the hunter is patient, the hunter is persistent. And so but yeah, as the sun begins to set in the west, the camp begins to stir to life, and the tents start to come down one by one as these men are moving about and having a bit of food and just slowly beginning the process of packing up.
How many men total does it look like there are as they're beginning to pack up?
So you're able to finally get an accurate head count, and what we are looking at is a total of 5.
Oh.
Including Burn Scar.
Okay.
Oh.
And just men, nothing else.
Well, that's the other thing, is that what you noticed is that nobody slept in the big tent.
I was like, there was a half dozen tents.
Yeah. All right. So I'll turn to you two and be like, all right, shooting flaming arrows into this camp now, or what do you guys want to do?
They do. So you were correct. They are sleeping during the day, which is great. Okay. Honestly, and Heleth is getting like, trust me on. Like he gets all animated. He's like, trust me on this. We should follow them
right into our hand.
Follow them. Okay.
Let them set up camp.
Okay.
There's this thing called sleep cycles. We wait for them to enter REM sleep, like noon.
Okay.
But hear me out. So if the troll is in the big tent, shoot flaming arrows into that tent.
Okay.
Troll gets upset, comes bursting out of tent into the middle of the sunlight. And then you have a bunch of really tired guys who are just coming out of a heavy sleep cycle. And then we can hit them.
All right, let's keep following them.
Okay.
So we've been up for like 24 hours now. Like, so like.
No. So you slept during the night, and then you're saying you will have been up for 24 hours.
Yeah.
I see. Right. If you follow.
Because we have to follow them now.
Yes, you do. So you won't lose any fatigue points tonight, sadly.
Okay.
Also just picturing, like, let's say they march, I don't know, 12 miles. So you're 12 miles from your former campsite, and then Silumir shows up, and he's like,
He just starts running. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Before we left,
show up exactly when and where you need them.
That's true.
I probably would have left some kind of note and like hidden it under the stones by the fire pit or whatever.
The Dunedain probably have some like little mark that they put on a stone that means following slavers will be back in 24 to 48 hours. Hold fast.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It's just shorthand.
Yeah, all in like one symbol. You know, it's like, oh, that's a pretty standard Dunedain symbol. Yeah. Okay, so that is the plan. Let me have you all make stealth rolls again, but because it is night, anyone who is not rolling favored can check the box and make it a favored roll.
Success. Finally.
Oh, well, with that great success from Haleth, that can convert Oda's failure into a success.
Yay!
There we go. Okay, so yes, you expertly follow in their trail, always keeping them. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Let me backtrack a little bit. So once the sun has set and twilight gathers, all of the tents, save for one, have been packed up. And the one tent that has not been packed so far is the larger pavilion tent. And that one is finally brought down, even as its resident emerges and stretches with a loud grunt and a satisfied fart. And it looks around, and you are looking at a cave troll, um, albeit a fairly runty one. It's actually I mean it's bigger than a human for sure, but not by much. It's only about 8 or 9 feet tall. You know, maybe 400 pounds soaking wet. You know, it's not.
Is it a baby troll?
Could be young, could just be a, like I say, kind of a, the runt of the litter. Who knows? But yes,
trolls have litters. Like what?
Nobody knows. Are they are they oviparous? We don't know.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Do they just split in half like a cell dividing in two? We don't know.
We don't know.
But yeah, it's it's got this sort of trademark mottled gray skin and soft white underbelly of a cave troll, and the wide spaced eyes and the sort of jagged toothy mouth. And it hefts a very large club over its shoulder and begins to walk along with the rest of the crew. And one other thing you note is that all of their packs seem to be fairly heavy, and I think even Oda, to your trained ears, you hear the sound of jingling coin coming from their number. So, and you note they all also have various chains and manacles that have been sort of gathered up, looped up, and tied securely to their packs and their belts. So, yeah, they're off to find people to put into said chains. So yeah, so you follow them. You're following them through the night. Is that the plan?
Yep.
All right. So let's just do a little ad hoc, little mini journey roll. I want all of you to roll travel.
Okay. Travel is there.
Ooh,
okay.
Not for me.
All right. I also failed. Ah.
Wow.
Oda.
Okay, Oda, you can convert one of those failures into a success. The failure will add a fatigue point. So if anyone's within 1 point of being weary, that would probably be the person who wouldn't want to fail. It's kind of appropriate background.
Yeah.
I'm good. I can take the fatigue if needed.
Okay. Yeah, my fatigue is 5, so I think I'm okay.
Okay. All right. So, Oda, which person do you want to cancel the fatigue roll or the failed roll on? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I was talking away. Opinions. I know you're both not weary, but
no, yeah. I'm 3 away from being weary, so I can take it more readily. I think probably.
Okay, so I think Melanie.
Okay. All right. So I take 1 less fatigue.
You take no fatigue. So Howlett's the only one
that's right. Got it.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So you follow them through the night, and shortly before dawn, they begin to slow down. You're out on the Etten Moors at this point, good 12 miles or so out from where you started. And
it was 12 miles.
Yes, indeed. And they begin to set up camp once again. Fires are lit to prepare their dinner, quote unquote, and the pavilion tent is being erected for the troll. So what all do you want to do? Do you want to wait for the sun to come up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dawn, like as once the sun is up.
Yeah.
So once the sun is up, then what?
Oh, then I'm gonna shoot some arrows into the troll's tent.
The flaming arrows.
Flaming arrows, yes.
And yes. So correct me if I'm wrong. I think plan is Haleth will try and arrow any lookouts. Flaming arrows going into the troll's tent. Oda will run screaming like a banshee with her axe towards anyone who comes out of their tents, and then once whoever Haleth is shooting at goes down, he will probably also switch to bow just to shoot anybody he can before also just pulling his sword and then going in.
Okie dokie.
That sounds good.
All right, that sounds like a plan. Let's take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll see if this combat takes us the rest of the session or not.
Oh,
probably.
Yeah,
unless we die.
That's true.
All right, very back. Okay. All right, we're back at it, and I guess we're gonna find out what happens. So,
okay.
So the plan is to open up with a volley. Okay. Good. So the three of you push forward, get within range, and you're basically taking these guys by surprise. So you can get within a sort of hello. You can get within
wow.
You can get with a kind of an ideal range. That's still playing. Sorry, I've got a little whiny dog next to me here. Whoops. Oh my god, okay. There's it's either loud or not at all. Okay. So, anyway, I will fix that in a moment, but we're gonna do some ranged attacks here. So those of you with bows can get your bows going. Get your bows on.
All right. So
that's
I am going for it.
All right.
Let's see here. All right. Fail.
Nice.
All right. Success. With that great bow for Haleth.
Okay. So go ahead and let's see here. What do we do on the damage there?
Damage 4.
Damage 4. Okay. Who are you targeting?
I was going for if there was a single lookout. I was going to try and aim for as close to his head as possible. I'm trying to make this a little bit sneaky. I don't think I could one-shot him, but that would be the goal.
Yeah. I mean, if you've gotten a piercing blow in or something, maybe.
Yeah.
But 4 damage. Nevertheless, you aim for the head, you hit him in the shoulder. He's like, ah! And he stumbles backwards. Okay, so it says if the ambush attack is successful, the surprised enemies won't be able to make opening volleys and lose 1d on all combat rolls in the first close quarters round. So not bad. Okay, so that was our opening volley. And I'm going to say, for those of you who want to get another volley off, you can, as Oda is running forward.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do it again.
Okay, go for it.
I'll try. Let's see.
The big tent.
I fail again.
Yeah, and now that I've seen you miss twice, I'm wondering if instead of hitting the lookout, if I quickly adjust and flint and steel my arrow, and then I'm gonna aim for the big tent, just so that part of the plan can actually work. Because dude's already been shot in the shoulder. They're gonna wake up in a second anyway, but this part of it is important to get done. So
that's fine. I mean, I'm better at a sword. My sword is 3. My bows are 1. So
okay.
I'm just I could just run out on the field and just start, stabbing ankles and stuff. So
right, ankle biter.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'll adjust he's gonna scream and wake people up anyway. So I will adjust, wrap a piece of burlap or something around the arrow so that it catches fire.
Yeah.
And then I've got a bigger bow anyway, so then I can kind of stand up and aim for the tent and let loose.
Okay. And just to be clear, we are at the end of their march, so they're actually getting ready to bed down. Everyone's still awake, everyone's still moving around.
Gotcha. Okay. Sure. Yeah. We're doing this. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So all right, so you are preparing your arrow for the flaming shot. Melly, you have loosed yours for the round. So Oda, go ahead. You're charging in. Do you want to target the guy who got shot, or do you want to go for somebody else?
I don't know. Are people like running out?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a beehive of activity now for sure.
Yeah, I guess she would just like swing at the first person she encounters.
Okay. Well, that would be the guy with the arrow in him. So very good. You are going to do that, and let's see, what did it say again? And lose 1d on all combat rolls in the first close quarters round. Okie dokie. So obviously you're in a forward stance, so go ahead and add 1d to your attack there.
Does it automatically do it because it already added a 1 in my bonus dice, or am I adding a 1 to that?
It added a 1 in your bonus dice. Interesting.
Did you put yourself into the forward?
Oh, did you? Yeah, did
stance?
You click
yeah, so that's checked.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So then yeah. I think that's what it's doing automatically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. Very cool.
What's the parry, if any?
His parry is
0.
Yeah, probably. Yep, it is a 0.
4.
Yeah, it actually makes it easier to hit him.
Great success.
Yes.
Damn.
That is
All right.
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. So do you want to add more damage or give yourself a parry bonus against any incoming attacks?
I'll do the parry bonus.
Okay. All right. So your axe is doing 7 damage. Okay, so you cut him down. He falls beneath your blade with a strangled scream. And 1 down.
Right, so this parry bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Do I just add a 1 to one of these things, or?
Yeah, well, it's just I'll factor that in.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Parry issues.
Parry issues, yes. Let's see here. Spend 1 success icon to modify your parry rating for the round by +1 if using axes. Okay. Good to know. All right, so yes, let me just get some music. Way sorry about that. These things just start. They don't have like a little 1, 2, 3. It's just like, oh, here we go. Jesus. All right. All down.
I think you got the balance going. It's all good.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
No,
so
it's okay. It's fine.
All right.
Okay.
So, great. So then we've got Haleth. You're going to send this flaming arrow into the tent that they have erected for their troll friend. And
yes,
okay, and then Melly, you're charging in as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. Let's see here. So more enemies than player heroes. Okay, so currently you've got 4 people. There's 3 of you, 4 foes. So choose between engaging a player hero in close combat, standing back, possibly to attack using a ranged weapon. Okay, cool. So Oda and Melly, you're both gonna have one person on you, and then these guys do have bows. So the other 2, seeing Haleth lighting up an arrow, are going to return fire. Fortunately, without flaming arrow. Or sorry, not the other 2. You killed one of them. The other 1 is going to try and return some fire. There's still the guy with the burn scar.
Right.
But he is holding back for right now at the moment. So let's do. So I think for Haleth, there's no need to roll. You're sending a burning arrow into the side of a giant tent. You know.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna roll to see if this guy hits you or not. And I guess parry applies on ranged attacks as well. Oh well, of course it would have to, because that's my target number, right? So, what is your parry?
Parry is 16.
16. Thank you. All right, no bonus dice. Target's parry is a 16. Yes, of course. Ooh, just missed though. So you feel the arrow go right past your face. All right. And Melly, what is your stance?
I'm gonna say I would say it would be forward, because I'm going in. Like, I'm just gonna right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's reasonable.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna just like run in and just find whoever is just just running around and I'm able to get to. Okay. So let's go into short sword here. And there we go. And there's no parry right now?
No parry.
Okay. Great success.
But you can spend that great success to add damage.
I will. I'll do that.
And what is your strength?
4.
There we go.
Sorry.
All right. So 4 plus 3 is 7. So you sink your blade into his thigh and he screams in pain, but is not quite taken out.
Right.
Okay. Oda
raises her axe at Burn Face, and it's like, "Oi, you!"
I love that.
All right. So you want to take on the burn face guy. You're going to have to get through this other dude first.
All right. I will be right with you, sir.
Boy, you're next.
Please.
Also, Des, did you add the bonus die for being in forward stance? Did you click forward stance?
No, I did not.
Why don't you roll a d6 and see if you get another 6?
Okay, let's do that and see what's up.
Nope.
5.
Okay.
So, yeah. Thanks, though.
How are you guys just rolling dice? I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's fine. It is on, so in the roll 20, on the little side, there's like the little column on the left.
Oh.
It has the arrow in the hand, so the little dice
I was
one.
in my character sheet. Okay, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
As you were.
Yes.
As you were. Please, carry on.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll just swing at whoever's in front of me.
Go for it. His parry is 0.
Hmm.
Whoa.
Another great success.
Okay. So, do you want to add to your damage with that great success?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you you chop a limb off. Your choice. Your choice of which limb and which joint.
Let's take him out at the knee.
Brilliant. Love it. Classic. Yeah, so down he goes. Okay, so that means no attack back for him. But our other fellow is going to attack Melly. Melly, what is your parry?
My parry is currently 18. I don't think that's right.
No? Why not?
I don't know. It just
mine's a 16, so if you're smaller, that makes sense.
Okay, all right, okay, good. I don't trust this character sheet anymore. 18.
I don't know why you don't trust it, but I did not hit. So, okay. Even with the bonus die. All right. Very good. New round. Haleth, are you still hanging back, or do you want to
Nope. I have accomplished what I needed to with the bow, so the bow gets put away, the sword gets drawn, and do a very Aragorn two-handed running with the blade sideways.
Nice. Okay. And there's a guy with your name. No. Wait, other way around.
What?
That guy's name is on your sword. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, are you in forward stance?
Yes.
Okay. All right, go for it.
Longsword, bonus die, parry of 0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Holy crap.
Nice. Very good. For the Gandalf moon.
I know. This is something. Okay. I'm gonna roll his protection. Injury 18. Okay. All right. So yeah, he's dead. He just goes down. Piercing blow, just hilt deep through him. Never stood a chance.
It's probably something cool, like, running, and then, because he's the bow guy, right? It's the one that shot at me.
Yeah.
So he probably goes up to shoot, and I just duck underneath and then stab him, and then, like, go with him as he falls. So as he's falling backwards, Haleth is kind of letting the momentum carry him. And then he tucks and rolls and is able to get the blade out as he's coming up, and then he's back on his feet and he's got the blade up.
Perfect. just in time to come face to face with the flaming cave troll that's running out of the burning tent. So we'll get to that next round. All right, Melly, you're still fighting your guy. Go for it.
Yeah. So I will just keep hacking, I guess. Keep going for that.
Yeah.
And
darting and weaving.
Darting and weaving and fail again.
Okay.
So, or fail, not again. Just fail.
Fail
Sorry.
for the first time.
I'm being a little crappy about it.
It's all right. So, okay, he's gonna try to cudgel you with his cudgel.
Okay. All right.
You're still in forward stance, I take it.
Yes. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to add my dice again.
Yeah. Although, in that case, it would not have made a difference.
No. Okay.
Your parry is 18.
Yes.
And that's good.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Oda, you are coming face to face with your own potentially tough enemy. I don't know. We'll find out. Oswald the unpleasant. Oswald the slaver.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can take him out.
Fuck that guy. All right.
Yeah, fuck him. Still in forward stance, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
His parry is a 0.
Oh boy!
Poor Oswald.
Oh wow! It's an extraordinary success.
Yes. How many of those do you want to convert into bonus damage? You could do all 3. Yeah. All right.
What are we saving it for?
So that'd be 18 plus 7 is 25 endurance. He only had 16, so
he does that thing like in Baldur's Gate, the first video game, where if you crit, they just explode, and there's just pieces of them, like
basically.
Wow.
Oh man. Now, are attacks happening in the same stance considered to be simultaneous? I.e., would I be also rolling to hit even if he was killed?
I think so. So I think it's up to you. I think specifically in the rules, it says all the heroes go, then all the bad guys
go.
Which
so is how I've been running it. Yeah,
if they die before they get to go, I don't think they get to go. So I think she just kind of walks up and like Paul Bunyan's him, and he doesn't have a chance to do much of anything.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. No, that's sort of that was my read as well. But yeah, we'll just go with that. Let's go with that. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, you split him from neck to nuts, and down he goes. All right, so that just leaves our flaming troll friend and and this last dude that Melly is fighting. So Aleph, stance.
Forward. And for a penny and for a pound.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so it's gonna lose 1 point of hate automatically from the fire. I'm gonna spend a point of hate to invoke its thick hide ability, so it won't take damage from the fire yet. And right, here we go. If you're in forward stance, by all means, go for it.
Okay.
All right. sword. One bonus. Actually, you know what? First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to spend a point of hope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Give myself a second bonus dice because
Yeah.
reasons. What parry am I looking at for this troll friend?
0, amazingly enough. So.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. You could spend that great success to make it a piercing blow.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
All right.
Oh my god.
Let me roll his armor. Now, I did invoke his thick hide ability,
Right.
so he is going to get... And you're two-handed, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So he's going to get some bonus dice on this. Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. But, you still do your damage. Of, what was that again? It was...
Two-handed at 6.
6, okay. All right. Melly, let's see if you can finish your guy off.
Yeah, hopefully so. Okay, so
I feel like Oda has been like looking out for Melly too, like one eye open for Melly, and like just yells like, "Just keep swinging!
Just keep swinging! Just keep swinging!"
Oh, success! Yay! All right. And with another swing,
down he goes. He was just down to 1 endurance. So, how do you take him out?
Oh, how do I take him out? Was he on the ground already, or was he? What was he
doing?
doing?
He was gripping his wounded leg with one hand and thrashing it, trying to fend you off with his cudgel with the other hand. So.
I think I could jump up and just stick it through his throat, stick it through his neck.
Yeah.
And I might say like that's for all the hobbits that you hurt, or something like that.
Ooh, love it.
Yeah.
Okay. And Oda, do you want to join in on this troll bashing expedition?
Yeah. Hi, Ranger, you need some help with your troll?
Nice.
Yeah. Don't want to.
So strike, and then he's definitely like, anything would be appreciated.
By all means,
so I'll just run up and take a swing at it.
Okay, go for it.
Parry of 0.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Jesus.
These are so good. These extraordinary
I don't even know how to cheat. I swear.
That's almost identical to the last roll. You got a feat die of 9 and a 19 on success dice before. This time it was 9 and 23. So you're actually getting better. All right. So adding damage, I take it.
Yep.
Okay. So that was 25 damage. Now, of course, this is a troll, so he's not going down quite so easily. But you do bury your axe quite comprehensively into his back, and it bellows in pain, but is going to lash out at Haleth with his club. Nevertheless, and we'll see what happens. Haleth's parry is a what?
16.
16. Okay, let's see. Oh, all right. That's a fail. Okay. All right. New round. Melly, what do you want to do? Do you want to join in? Hang back?
Yeah, so I'm gonna come after the troll as well.
Okay.
So it's becoming daylight, right?
Yeah, the sun is up.
Sun is up. Okay. Okay.
Is he sown yet then?
Yeah.
It is not.
It doesn't happen instantaneously.
Right.
Especially when you think that each of our turns is about, each round of everyone going is about 6 seconds. So we've only been doing this. This is less than a minute of activity that's been happening.
Yeah. It's like surgical strike.
I'm like, come on, TikTok. All right, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna run toward the troll and the troll action basically, and I'm gonna try to so is it deflecting? Is it trying to deflect these two, with its arms?
Yeah, it's trying to fend them off. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think I want to go after like a hand or a limb or finger or something like small.
Nice. And is everyone staying in forward stance?
Yes,
I am. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right, Melly, go ahead.
Okay.
See if you can
put
your sword through his hand.
try to do that. And 1 and submit, and there we go. Piercing blow.
Whoa!
Gandalf Rune,
Nice.
finally.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Just keep swinging.
Exactly.
I know. Keep stabbing.
All right. So I'd like to go for a hand if I could.
Well, of course. And so I'm going to make a wound roll here first. Now, again, his thick hide is in play, so probably, don't get your hopes up. But,
no, I'm just saying.
It's still damage.
Yes.
Yes. I'm releasing my expectations. A great success.
Yes. Okay.
For Slinker, the cave troll.
Slinker, the cave troll. All right. So, so no wound, but you did do 3 damage. Every little bit helps as you sink your sword into one of its hands as intended. Okay. And Oda?
Swing away.
Okay.
All right. Great success!
Wow.
This is so good!
I don't know what's going on!
I know.
I'm just clicking things, I
swear. All right. Bonus damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Still
on his feet.
No.
You can if you rolled a Gandalf rune or a 10. But you can't convert your great successes into bonus to make it a piercing blow, sadly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just damage.
All right. Okay. It's still on his feet, so Haleth.
I cannot be shown up by this dwarf. So I need to adjust my foot position and then, tighten my grip on the blade and be like, okay, and now. And go in.
Right.
I'm going to spend another hope because I can.
Sure.
So that, and then parry 0, and just a regular roll success.
All right.
Okay, that's fine because he is down to 3 endurance, and so that will knock him down to 0 as you drive your sword into his heart, and he collapses, and the whole campsite fills with the smell of burning troll flesh.
Yummy.
And you all learn a little something this morning as the sun comes up, and the troll continues to just cook because stone trolls are the ones that turn to stone.
It's a cave troll.
And this is a cave troll. They don't like the sun. Troll. That's right. They don't like the sun, but it doesn't turn them to stone.
We learned something.
Yeah.
We did.
It's not a lot of good. It helped him though. So
Well, yeah, you did. So yeah, I was spending his thick hide ability, and I just sort of decided in my head once I ran out of hate points, which was actually going to be next round, that the fire would take him out anyway. So, but this was suitably dramatic, and you managed to fend him off and prevent him from doing any further damage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I think as the troll goes down and Hal kind of ripped the blade out, and very quickly, troll blood is corrosive, so he's gonna run his sword along his arm to clean the troll blood. He's gonna point at the guy that he shot that Oda finished off and be like, half credit for him.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it. It was such a valiant effort. Appreciate your help with this.
And then he's going to pause a second longer and kind of look around and be like, Silmir is not going to believe this.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything too soon, but yeah.
He's going to think we made it up.
Yeah.
What a different experience combat is when you're not fighting against an eldritch horror or 1,000-year-old
right? Yeah, I was
ghost.
like, yay, I get to just hit flesh and blood things, and they bleed.
And they go down fast.
They don't recuperate magically.
Oh, God.
They go down to 0.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm gonna start looking around for salt. I'm gonna start looking around to see if there's any little pouches, any little things.
Well, okay. So as I indicated, these guys are traveling with their ill-gotten loot.
Mm-hmm.
And so what you find is several of the backpacks are filled with dwarven silver coins.
Oh.
And then, yeah, there's a few other looted items, including a nicely sort of rustically carved little box with a sliding lid that, Melly, you recognize as being typical of the hobbits of Bree. of their craftsmanship, and it has some nice rock salt with dried parsley mixed in. You know,
take that.
Haleth is absolutely looking for any intelligence that he can find. The fun fact for those of you who don't know, the actual military term is called pocket litter. It's all the crap that you keep in your pockets that you forget about.
Nice.
So like
okay.
when we're deployed looking for things, we often go through people's pocket litter. So if there's anyone, you know, if Burnface has a note that says, "Hey, I'm the evil bad guy. Go do this thing, and then meet me in this exact location so that we can, you know, exchange prisoners." That's the kind of thing he's looking for.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Well, you do hit the jackpot as you go through Oswald's belongings. You find a little map.
A map.
Mm-hmm.
And I move the right age where I'm resisting singing the Dora the Explorer song. Map, I'm the map.
Now, of course, it's hand drawn. It's not, you know, like it's not oriented to anything specific. It's obviously tracing out some sort of a path, and there are various notes and sort of cryptic abbreviations. So what we need is a successful riddle roll to decipher the notes on the map.
I have absolutely nothing in riddle.
All right. Let the treasure hunter take a look at it.
I just know things by landmarks. So yeah, I would absolutely hold it up like between two fingers and be like, can anyone make sense of this?
Hey, here. Got a success.
Okay. So yeah, all we needed was a regular success. And what you decipher, Oda, is that this is a map through the canyons and gullies between the Etten Moors and Mount Graham proper, and there does seem to be some kind of an entryway, like a main entryway into the tunnels beneath the mountain, but this map is showing a route to a secret entrance.
She relays all of that information.
Can I take a look at it? Just
Sure.
with my little hobbity eyes. Because I have riddle as well. And okay.
Brilliant.
Gandalf rune, and I go, but what about this?
Well, what you, Melly, are able to decipher is that this is the drop-off point. This is where their human cargo is left for apparently the people that they are dealing with who live under the mountain.
Oh. Okay. So I'll relay that as well.
And in fact, I will say that what appeared initially as just some, just some random scribble, you realize is actually a name. Radgul.
Radgul. All right. Does that name ring a bell to any of you?
It shouldn't.
Okay. Well, so where to now? And I'm patting my little box of salt in my pocket. I'm like, I'm happy. I'm like, that's fine. We're good. Let's find some people.
I think Oda, for her last stack, what she's gonna do is she's gonna take all the chains, put them in a pile, and smash them so that they can never be used again.
Oof, that's so good. Oh, I think I'm gonna find those silver coins, the dwarf coins.
Yes.
Yeah, bring them back, and I'll bring them to you, Oda. I found these with the salt.
I know, and I'm gonna close your hand, and this is slaver money. We don't want these coins.
Okay. So I'll just throw them into I'll throw them.
Dwarves, we believe in the value of a hard labor, right? And working, and to force another into labor is among the least honorable things to a dwarf you could do. We don't want these cursed coins.
Okay. So yeah, so I like throw them out of my hand like they're like hot, you know, like they're like, oh yeah, like ooh.
I will say, Oda, what you notice when Melly shows you the coins is that based on their make and their mark, these are probably the coins that were minted by the dwarves who once lived below Mount Graham long ago before the enemy took these tunnels. So they're paying for these slaves using the money that they stole when they took over the dwarf hold that used to be beneath the
my
God. So kind of a double insult, really.
Oh no. Oh wow.
All right.
Still cursed, but you know.
Still cursed, yeah.
Still cursed.
Extra cursed.
Extra, yeah.
She's venting her frustration by absolutely demolishing these chains.
Yeah.
Nice.
Manacles.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So you'll have a day's march ahead of you. Do you want to get some rest first? You're kind of out on the open plains. I don't know what you want to do. How you want to handle that?
Well, would we be venturing back? Like
that's
following
the question.
This map?
What are the next moves?
Well, we want to be closer to Silmar's gonna come for us.
Yeah. We need to.
True.
We need to. I like the idea of us going back.
Send up a flare.
We're just like laying out, like just like resting and hanging out. And he's just like, you've done nothing like the whole time I've been gone.
Yeah, you get back like a half hour before he shows up, and he's
we're just like act
you
normal, act
layabouts.
Yeah, we're in the exact same place you were when I left.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think just heading back to into that direction.
Yeah.
At least we've cut off this particular party from doing the thing that they were going to do. And they won't be back for a couple days, so whoever's in the mountain probably won't know for a while, right?
Yeah, right.
Which is exciting to think about. Cool. All right. So yeah, I would say we would be heading back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
but right.
Sometimes.
Yeah, right. That was my main question was like, do you want to
eat with spoon with salt in it? Yes.
Push it and be up for 36 hours straight?
No, I think this is a good. I mean, definitely start heading east again, back towards the mountain, but find a suitable spot to stop and make camp and be like, okay, like.
Okay.
We were awake and then we had a combat and now it's time to pass out. We've earned it.
Yes.
Right, because I'll point out that you lit a large fire, so there's a big column of smoke going up.
Right.
Now,
we don't want to be around here.
Right. It is nighttime. Night is falling, so it's not going to be quite as visible from the from the distance, right? Or no, wait. When were you attacking them?
In the morning, it was like probably we were probably done by like 9:30.
You're right, because you're waiting.
So we want to make time before it goes to, in case it is still blazing at night.
Right.
That that's the draw.
Yeah.
Right. So you've got a bit of smoke going up into the sky as the sky is getting brighter. So there's going to be a little bit of a signal there. You are technically on the Etten Moors, so trolls are always a danger out here.
Yeah, we know that they don't all die in the day.
Indeed.
Yeah, definitely don't want to stick around here specifically.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's fine. So you walk a few miles back until you get to some, like kind of the very base of the foothills where the ground starts to get into some more significant undulations that allow you to make camp in a sheltered spot and get some rest. So you can all delete a fatigue point as you sleep through the day.
Okay.
And what do you want to do as you get up at night? Just press back on into the foothills?
Yeah. I that's
All right. So you finally get back to your original camp, your base camp, around midnight, and find it mercifully undisturbed. Doesn't seem like anyone chanced upon it. No sign of Silmir still. perhaps getting a little concerning.
Yeah, now I'm getting worried.
It's been gone for 5 days now.
That one had a dark air about him. that ranger. I worry too.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm concerned. Where could he have gone?
Do you have a way to signal rangers, Alice?
Yeah.
What do you do when you lose one?
Yeah.
You go find them.
Right. Sounds like that's the next step then, eh? All right. Okay. So next morning, ready to break camp and start looking for Silumir?
I think that's best.
Alrighty. So you head up into the maze of hills, gullies, and gorges. Again, picking your way through. Now, because you have this map, it does depict some of the more optimal pathways. And so I'll need one of you to make a travel roll, and you'll get a 2-die bonus on the roll.
My travel's at 2.
Okay, yeah.
Mine's a 3 and it's favored.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's you.
There we go.
Get you that 5-die bonus.
Exactly.
So it's 2 for the bonus
the
and then 1
map.
for the favored.
Yeah, the favored should be factored in automatically if it's checked.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Okie dokie. So as you move further up towards the mountain, many of these gullies are cloaked in fog, which makes the going treacherous. But with the help of the map, you not only navigate, manage to avoid any dead ends or sudden drop offs, but you even note that many of these passages have been set up with what can only be seen as traps. There's rockfall traps. There's boulders that have been pushed down to block the gullies and form artificial dead ends. There's a sign of malicious work about the closer you get to the mountain.
There's a sign of malicious work about the closer we get to the mountain.
Right. What do you think it means?
They've been here for a while.
Yeah.
They've been here for a while and they don't want anyone who doesn't know the way coming in.
How many more of them are there?
More of 2 or what?
The rumors just said a group of, and a group is a nebulous number. So.
Well, the ones on the field were a group, right?
Correct. So Helith as a cynic is probably like, we should plan for double their number.
Yeah.
Then there might be more trolls.
Oh.
Oh.
So I put a protective hand over my salt box and I'm just like, Well, I know that we need to find any people who are still missing and bring them back. So maybe we should keep looking for Silumir and then we'd be able to plan better.
I think we'll need as many hands and swords as we can if we're going to do this. I think this slave trade is seems like an organized business. So this was not the largest group of them. But we felled them. We can fell whoever is next.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I saw you with your sword, Melly. Yeah. Once you caught your stride.
Took you a minute.
Hand will never be the same.
So I put my hand on my sword and I just nod proudly, like, yep. but I'm learning. And trying to blink back the flashbacks of Fen getting swallowed up.
Oh my God.
I
Oh my God.
look around, looking around and saying like, well, I wonder where Silumir went.
So I will say that in the course of your amblings throughout the day, and it's maybe mid-afternoon at this point, you have spotted the what was, you know, at one time the entrance to the old dwarf hold, and which has clearly been sort of modified. And I'm just doing some quick photoshopping here so that I can share. The thing about these One Ring publications is that they have a lot of great art, but they're not like intended to be shared with players because they have a bunch of like information all over the art.
Or LM spoilers. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, come on, this looks cool.
Share it.
Yeah, all right. Sure.
It's fine.
Sure.
We won't tell anybody.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what to do with that information.
No, never. Who, you? All right, so I'll just drop it in Le Discord here.
Okay.
Over into there. Okay. So, whoops. This is what the entryway looks like coming up. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So
I'm picturing Marley like waiting for any kind of sign of life from us.
And then
this is the thing that he sees.
It's like demon mouth.
Exactly. So for the audio listeners, it is a causeway that has very spiked stone along the edges, leading to a cave entrance. Where if you imagine it looking like a skull face, which is basically what it is, the portcullis forms the upper row of teeth. It is currently up, and there are very definitely eye-looking holes in the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty spooky.
It looks angry.
It does. It's the
angriest cave entrance you've ever seen.
It's very reminiscent for those of us in the proper generational age of the entrance to, say, like Castle Grayskull. But not in a friendly way, if that makes any sense. Like, it's definitely, this is what it looks like when you wrote your first D&D campaign at you were 14, and you're like, how do I signal that this is where the bad guy lives?
Right. It's got a skull face.
It's got a skull face cave.
Exactly. It's Skeletor's castle without the camp. We'll just put it that way.
Well, you don't know. You haven't gone in yet.
Yeah.
Oda's like, dwarves didn't make that.
Yeah. Dwarves did not make that.
Dwarves did not make that. No way. But like I say, the map that you found does show a second secret concealed entrance away from this one.
Okay. All right. So.
Yep.
Let's I don't know. I mean, we
Silumir went in.
Yeah, we don't know. We're like scratching our head, like, really, bro? Like, what? What the heck?
Yeah.
I just yell like, Silumir!
Oh my god.
I would love that. I would love that so much. Yeah.
Odds are the other entrance is going to be much less guarded. So
true.
All right. Yeah. Let's go around the back.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's try that.
Okay. So you follow the indicated trail on the map, and it does indeed take you kind of around the side of the mountain, mercifully out of sight of the main entrance. And what you find is like, it's the sort of thing where if you weren't looking for it specifically, you would probably just walk right past it, because it's one of those cunningly designed dwarven doors that just kind of blends in to the surrounding rock. And it looks it looks, I don't know, passable, put it that way. Like, you could open it
Oh my god, dude, what are you telling us this for? So I'll be like, do we want to wait for Silumir, or are we just going ahead with this?
I mean,
little waver in my voice.
Wouldn't have gone in without us, right? Like that's too
true.
I don't know. Like you said, there was an air about him that was very haunted. Maybe he was lured in by some strange ghost. So I'm just kind of telling myself a story now.
Mm-hmm.
Alice, what do you think we should do?
He would not have gone in by himself. That being said, the more intelligence we gather, the better.
Right.
It's not going to hurt to open the door, peek in, and then go away. I hope.
Yeah, take a little sneaky peek. All right. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right.
On the plus side, the front entrance does not look big enough for a dragon. So there's that.
Dragon?
You being optimistic.
Couldn't there be a baby? So I think as we're walking, it's like, couldn't there be a baby dragon that could fit through that? Just saying.
Oh, there's so many more horrors to find in the mountains, caves of a mountain. Dragon?
Oh, no.
Ancient things buried in stone? I wouldn't worry about a dragon at all.
No, not at all.
Mm-mm.
All right, you opening the door?
Yeah, I guess we're opening the door. I will open the door. As we're talking about, like, oh, that's right. I've heard of some of those things. You know, like the things with the big, really fiery wings that are 100% canon that everyone agrees absolutely comes with wings and doesn't piss anybody off when they talk about it.
Yeah, that one. That whole thing.
All right. So, being a dwarven door, it is perfectly counterbalanced, and it, despite the fact it weighs hundreds of pounds, it swings open with only a slight grinding sound. And you are looking into a somewhat low-ceilinged passageway. It is very quickly swallowed up by inky blackness. There's a cool air that comes rushing out towards you and sends chills up your spines, such that you're going to need to roll to avoid picking up shadow points merely by looking at this.
What in the hell?
That's fun.
No. So what?
I believe that is a valor roll.
It is a valor roll, yeah. It is, isn't it? Yep, it sure is. Oh god.
Sounds like a point of hope needs to be spent.
Well,
perhaps. Ooh, Melly.
Smart.
Yes.
I'm at 7 hope. So I'm feeling very paranoid.
Where's the valor?
Very top of the sheet.
Oh,
toward the right, yeah.
Top of the sheet to you.
Top of the sheet.
Add a hope as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Oh, smart. I'm terrified. All right, so I'm shitting myself. This is
right. Well, you are because you. So for Haleth and Oda, both of you, it's certainly ominous and creepy, but Melly, you get like this feeling just rushing through you that an ancient evil dwells somewhere beneath these corridors, and you can almost feel its cold hand reaching out to grip you, and you pick up 2 shadow points.
2. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So I really can't be. I'm not that. I'm fair spoken. So I think, okay, I'm fair spoken. Yeah.
You are.
Okay. So I can say, like, the ancient evil is going to grab us all.
Sorry, what now?
It's an ancient evil. So then I'm like clinging to your cloak, like tugging on it. Like, it's an ancient evil. Its cold hand is going to grab us, and it grabbed Silumir. I know it.
Okay.
Okay. That was a mom response. Okay. I'm not trying to be so childlike with The Hobbit, but there is a certain level of that sort of.
You're so far out of your comfort zone at this point.
Yeah.
Oh my god, for real.
All right. So I'll say I'm saying like ancient. It's a cold hand of ancient evil.
So I feel like I'm trying not to. I was gonna have a very mom response to that.
I don't know. I think my first response, if my kid was like, "It's a cold hand of ancient evil," I'd be like, "What have you been watching?"
Yeah.
No more of that before bed, whatever it is.
All right.
Where did you read that?
Yeah, exactly. Who gave you that to you?
So without being patronizing or condescending in any way, I think Oda's gonna like turn, and she might even like get on one knee so that she's like looking Melly like eye to eye, and like puts like a hand on her shoulder, and she says something like, the thing about bravery is you can't be brave unless you're scared first. And there's hobbits down there that we have to free.
We do.
So I believe you, but we gotta go in and. So I'm still momming here.
I love it though. It's so good. It's so good. All right. So yeah. So I'll just nod gravely, like yeah.
You can be scared and brave at the same time. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just say we have to be.
Yeah. Now put your shoes on. We gotta
get your shoes on, honey. All right. So
but I'm a hobbit. I don't wear shoes.
I don't wear shoes. Yeah, I'm shoeless by design. Okay. So yeah, nodding grimly. So I'll just look at Haleth and say, like, let's go. Let's go forward.
All
Into
right.
the inky black.
Into the inky black.
I thought we were gonna peek. I thought we were gonna open the door and
take a little peek. That's right.
I mean, we are kind of peeking. So I would say at this point, and I mean, if it doesn't happen. While we've been traveling, I feel like he would be making little marks on the rock as he's been going, because Silmir's not going to know where we're going, so we need to do something. Yeah. So even if it's the little wooden arrow thing on the whatever, just to mark the trails. If we're going in, I would have to make a mark on the rock outside that's like, push here, twist here, bop there to open dwarven door or whatever. And this is and we went inside on this date at this time. Yeah. Alternately, I've just been making marks along the trail for him to pick up as we went, and then we can keep going if that's what we're doing. Like at this point, this is the point of, are we actually going in, or are we going to keep looking for the third sword before we decide that we're going to plunge our way into the darkness?
Okay. All right. That sounds good to me.
I feel like Oda's like, can you remind me on the way out to grease that so the door doesn't run? I can do it. I know right now, but if you can remind me, I'd appreciate it.
We just do that with some troll grease.
There you go.
Yeah, sure.
That'll do it.
Some lard in my pack. Okay.
There we go.
But let's focus on
I mean, Oda's all treasure hunter too, so I can also kind of imagine, like, as the door opens, you're like, oh, they went with this version of the foyer. Like, you're like, oh, this is standard dwarf plan number 3.B that they're building this dwarf.
It's an older design. We've gotten better at it, but fair. It's holding up pretty well.
Oh, this is the one where they were experimenting in the toilets in the corner. It's really weird. It was a phase. It's fine.
Yeah, it was a phase. Wonder if they left the mountain.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All right. Well, do you want to head in, or what's going on?
Yeah, are we heading in, or are we gonna go keep looking for?
Yeah, I mean, we have a light source of some type.
Inky blackness.
Let's look at your character sheets and see what you got there.
Oh my god! Don't do this to us.
What? That's what your equipment section's for.
Someone took my seasonings, but I have them back now.
Yeah.
And I have useful items of flint and steel, so if we wanted to make a fire, I could, but I don't actually have a torch. I don't have a torch.
Okay. Anybody have any lighting sources?
Bottle of liquor.
Okay. That was important at the time. Very important.
I mean, you could always like jury rig some torches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't. So.
Okay. So why don't we? Yeah, we'll just make some up.
Okay.
We'll get
You
the
do
fire
have a flint
going.
and steel. That's the main
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right.
All right. So yeah, you prepare some rush lights from dried branches and some torn cloth, strips of cloth, and takes you an hour or two to get that together. And let's see, around this point in the day, sun is low enough in the sky that you're pretty much in shadow at this point. You can see the sky overhead is still daylight, but down here it's already getting gloomy.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay. Heading in?
Yes.
I guess we're heading in.
Let's
so
do
yeah,
it.
I would mark, like, ask Oda for the very specific instructions on how to open the door, hokey pokey, whatever you got to do to get in. Mark that in Ranger writing on the outside. And then probably at the very bottom, just since it's going to be Silmir who reads it, it would be like, here's the directions, here's what we do, here's where we went in, and at the bottom be something like, not my idea. Don't blame me.
Right.
When you have to bury our bodies.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's on them. That's fine. We're here and he will find us. I'm confident.
All right. So you begin to make your way into the warrens and the tunnels beneath Mount Graham.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what's waiting for you. Okay. All right. So you haven't gone too far when and these are dwarven tunnels, so they're well made. They're solidly constructed. The tunnel you're in shows signs of pretty frequent traffic. Nevertheless, there are, cobwebs in the corners and the occasional rodent bones scattered about and that sort of thing. But as you're coming up towards some kind of junction or gallery, you can hear voices beginning to echo through the still silent air, and you recognize them as orcish in tone, and they're singing some jaunty orc song, which unhelpfully the adventure notes here do not provide me with the song to sing you. I'm sorry. But something about how happy they are to be orcs, and where there's a whip there's a way, etc. And and so they're clearly not on guard for anything significant or serious, but sounds like there's a small number of them, handful of them, and yeah, they seem to be on a kind of a collision course, like their tunnel is going to intersect with your tunnel, and then what?
And then what?
Mm-hmm. Don't know.
Well, what's it going to be?
Well, we figured out that there's orcs. I think we can turn around at this point. Maybe. But then, like, we could have Silmir, like, I don't know. I'm just feeling. I mean, so I'll turn to you two and I'll say, we took on that camp pretty handily. What do you think?
Yes, we did.
What do you think? What do you think we should do?
Was anybody able to discern, like, it's just multiple? There's not like 2 or 3 separate voices. They're all just kind of singing.
Give me an awareness roll. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Let's try this and just see.
Great success.
Nice. There are 3.
Okay, so knowing that, he'll kind of like pause and listen, and then he'll mime like, orc, and then 3 over that way.
Mm-hmm.
Orcs can see in the dark, if I remember correctly. Or if Haleth knows.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. Like, we don't want to have a lit torch. In very quiet, very quickly hushed tones, I think Haleth would try and get across the idea that it would be real nice if we could snag one of them alive. Because they would know things. Yeah. And it's much better to know things. Like, Haleth is all about the information. So if we can capture one of them and interrogate it, then we would know more, and that's better than just walking blindly through really dark tunnels.
Yeah.
So I guess if we wanted to, we could try and sneak up on them or wait for them to pass by and then go after the last one.
I have an idea.
Oda.
Melly, put your hands behind your back. And we could act like we caught a stray.
I could do that.
Instead of like engaging them in combat.
Yeah. That could work.
Okay.
What do you think?
Right. I like that. I'll do it. Sure.
Okay. I haven't figured out why a dwarf would be here in my plan.
Just hang back. Hang back in the shadows.
Just hang back behind me, and Howard will put his cloak up.
All right.
There you go.
Right. Yeah. That works. I like it. Oh my god.
Okay. I like it.
So then if it goes south, we can start swinging.
Yeah.
How
wide are these tunnels? Like, I think my mental picture is a lot tighter than it actually is.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not super tight, especially like I say, this one seems to be fairly well traveled. So, about 6 feet across.
Okay, room enough to like be able to draw and have room to do things if necessary. We're not like gonna be squished. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best option.
Yeah.
Sure, we're doing this. Why not? Sure.
Here, I'll put my hands behind my back too, because the burn face was human too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just taking these fresh ones down.
All right.
All
right.
Okay, let's do this.
Right. So you.
I'm not seeing a lot of confidence.
I'm into it. I think it's good. It gets us closer to helping hobbits, so I'm fine with that.
True.
Yep.
All right. So you assume your positions, and the orcs very shortly emerge into this small gallery where these 2 tunnels converge, and they note the firelight from your torch, and one's like, "Oi, who goes there?" And another one's sort of squinting, and he says, "I think it's those. I think it's wait, what the hell is? Oh yeah, I think it's Oswald's men." And so another one's like, kind of like, coming forward cautiously. He's got his hand on the hilt of his crooked scimitar, and he says, "We paid you off. What are you back here for?"
Oh.
Prisoner transfer from cell block 1138. Sorry.
Hey, we were all thinking it.
Yeah, we were.
No idea what you're referencing, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I am not too short for a stormtrooper.
Yes. Star Wars stuff.
I know.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? All right.
So I think he would like deliberately try and put a little bit of a gargle in his, the stragglers near the mountain just thought we'd bring him back or whatever. But like not stopping moving forward. So as he's moving forward, I'm closing distance.
Yeah.
Because if this is going to go south, I need to be able to draw and stab very quickly, and I need to be close for that.
All right. So the good news is that Melly has persuade. The bad news is that Haleth does not.
I do not.
So Melly, let's have you roll first.
No, really, they're taking me back. All right.
Please, no, don't do that.
Right, you're supposed to look scared. And shit, I almost escaped, and then they caught me. So
okay,
go ahead and give me a roll.
I am going to use a hope point on this.
Good thinking. And wait a minute, let's look at your Let's look at your distinctive features.
It's fair-spoken and keen-eyed.
Keen-eyed, yeah. If you were like kind of pitiable or something, maybe we could say that was
sadly
inspired. But yes, okay. So spend a point of hope, get 1 bonus die.
Okay.
And let's see how you can do.
Success.
Just 1 success. So you pull it off. You look like a prisoner, but Haleth, can you hide your Dunedain nature? Roll a feat die and hope to God you roll a Gandalf rune.
Oh no!
Not gonna happen.
Oh my God!
Guys, don't
you
twist
never
me.
know.
Hey, roll for it.
I see it. I'm manifesting your
So
Gandalf.
I'm just rolling a d12.
Or you could just hit the die roller next to persuade. It'll just roll a feat die for you.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
You can spend a point of hope too, even if you don't have a skill.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to see.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's a fail. It's a 1 on the feat die.
No.
So she's all looking like, oh, I'm definitely a prisoner, and like the torch, whatever. Like,
yeah,
I've got like my elven like Dunedain brooch out, and I'm like,
right.
Shit. Okay.
Well, yeah. So there's a tense moment, and then one of the orcs behind the one in the lead goes, he looks just like the one we collared yesterday. Get him. I love when Des screams and the microphone cuts out. It doesn't even pick it up.
That's good. It's a good thing. I scream a lot. Oh no. Oh my God.
All right. So yeah, you can probably take these guys out in the next 14 minutes. Let's do it.
Oh my God. At least 6 seconds. Go. All right. So when I hear him say that, that gets my hobbit anger raging. So I pull out my little short sword and I'm ready to go.
Okay. And
forward.
Have Haleth and Oda fought orcs in their day before? What do you think?
I've heard of
He's definitely fought goblins. I feel like he would have a set of expectations about orcs that he's extrapolated from fighting goblins, but I don't know if he's fought orcs in particular, because he hasn't really gone very far from the Bree Shire area.
Oh, yeah.
And orcs are not a regular occurrence around that region. So he would probably, I mean, it's a few years after The Hobbit, so he's probably based what he, I've definitely read that orcs are XYZ. Like when he said, I think they see in the dark, I don't know if they actually see in the dark. He may have read that somewhere and assumed, facts not in evidence. But he certainly knows what they look like and thinks that he can take them.
Absolutely. So I think because you have some lore there with orcs, you would know that unless they have a leader present, like a big boss lieutenant kind of guy, they're pretty easy to like cow. So there is the intimidate foe combat action. Just want to highlight that as a possibility. So, but yes, in the meantime, let's decide what we want to do. Stances.
Forward, baby.
Swords coming out. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, there's one orc for each of us. So
hell yeah.
Yes, there is the intimidate foe combat action. It's much easier to intimidate a foe when you cut off his buddy's head first. So I think that's going to be how it's first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, maybe a little persuasive, intimidating.
Just dial it up to 11 right away, and it throws them off. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
My God.
All right. Well, go for it.
All righty. So this is long sorting it up.
We've got a parry of 1 finally. Someone actually has a parry.
Success. Right. Nice. Okay, good.
Fuck your parry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Two-handed. Okay. So
like in the up slice. So basically he's drawing like as the words come out, and so he's the very like Eastern style trying to cut you as he's bringing the blade out.
Okay. And you manage to slash across the front of the orc and send him reeling back, clutching at his black blood as it gurgles out. And let's see, Oda, what do you want to do? She's thinking.
Yeah, I'm curious about the intimidate foe business.
Intimidate foe. On a successful roll, the enemy's morale has been shaken, and all opponents with a might of 1 are made weary for the length of the round.
Can I try that?
You certainly can. It is an awe roll.
Ooh.
All right.
Just roll your awe skill.
I'm gonna add a oak.
Yeah.
Success.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, it won't surprise you to know that these are all might 1 monsters, so they are all now weary.
Take that.
All opponents with a might of 1. Yeah, so all of them. Okay. Weary, weary, and weary. All right, Melly.
I am going to just go after the one that is not being attacked by the other 2, right? So,
that's
and I'm going to use a hope point for this, and I'm just going to start going for, I don't know, just stabbing him in the gut or something.
Yeah, stabby, stabby.
Right. Stabby, stabby. Let's do this. Great piercing blow, Gandalf rune.
Whoa.
Redemption when it counts.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see here. I'll give him an armor roll.
Okay.
Your injury value is a 16. And...
No!
Oh, I'm Sauron. No!
Oh
no! Okay, so you don't cause him a wound, but you got a great blow as well as a piercing blow, so you can cause extra damage.
Okay.
And so I believe that was +4, so that's 7 points for him. Sauron's looking out for him.
Yeah, apparently.
All right, so yes.
I love watching the dog walk in and out of your screen.
I know, right? She's like, you guys, you got to wrap it up.
No, the dinner isn't for like another hour for her. I don't know what she's doing, but she's just restless.
Okay, so here we go with the counterattacks. My weary counterattacks. All right, so Haleth, your boo-hoo. Your parry, please.
Parry is 16.
16. Nice. A piercing blow. Okay. There we go.
No, they're weary?
Even with the weary.
Yep.
No, wait a minute. That is not correct. Well, let's see here. It's not... Okay, so weary means a 1, 2, or 3 counts as 0, correct? That's my understanding.
Yes.
So it's actually, even though I clicked weary...
It says weary on the...
It says, but it says a bonus +1.
Oh, well, yeah, I got the bonus die. That's in there.
Okay.
Yep. Because of the forward stance.
That's right.
But
yeah, so he didn't roll a 1, 2, or 3, so... Yeah.
Okay, all right, well...
No, that looks right.
Oh, okay.
It's unfortunate, but it looks right.
It's unfortunate, but it's right.
I see 2 twos, though, right?
Yeah.
5,
Okay, yeah.
2, and 5.
So the 2 should not have counted. Now, that would be 4 less, so that would still be a 16. That would still hit.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to have to keep that in mind, that it's not automatically discounting the 1, 2, 3 results. Okay, so you are hit. It is a piercing blow. Please make a protection roll for me.
Right. And protection is down there. Injury rating
is he's using a scimitar. Injury rating 16.
16. Bonus dice, I don't get any, I don't think.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Failed. I am wounded.
Damn.
All right, I'm going to please roll a d12 for me. Oh, that's the one you didn't want to roll. That's the bad one. Let's see here. Wound severity. Okay. Grievous injury.
What the?
You are knocked unconscious. Your endurance is 0, and you are now dying.
Woo! Wow.
No.
Just when I was like, hey, maybe this combat system isn't so bad after all.
No.
Oh, lordy. All right. Oda?
That took a turn.
That did take a turn.
Oh, God.
I am wounded as well.
Yes. Okay. Dying, not dead. That's
dying.
Important. That's an important distinction.
It's near in the process.
At least it wasn't a fish.
Oh.
Correct.
Oh,
Okay. So Oda, go for
it. I'm gonna swing at the one that's swinging at Hallis.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you're still fighting your own guy.
Oh,
yeah.
So. Oh wait. Oh, sorry. I didn't roll for him. Silly me. Okay. What is Oda's parry, please?
29.
Yes.
No, 18.
18.
Oh, okay. Oh, my God.
A weary failure. There we go. That's what we like to see. Okay. And Melly.
Yeah. Did you roll for my dude?
What is your parry, please?
18.
18. Okay. A weary failure. All right.
What the hell?
Good. That was like the most statistically freakish thing
it really
I think that could have possibly happened.
Oh,
it's
God.
the last time we almost lost.
I know.
Okay. Now, Oda, now you're up.
Let's get him.
Go.
Oh, I didn't do the parry.
Oh, that's okay. You made it by more than 1 point, so his parry is just a 1.
Piercing blow.
Piercing blow. All right. Let's see if you just one-shot him here. Your injury rating is an 18. And no bonus dice there.
Yes!
Yeah, you just bury the axe right in his sternum and down he goes.
Yes!
All right. Melly.
All right, so I'm going after this guy again. I'm using hope again.
Okay.
And my God, this is just so insane. Sorry, I'm flabbergasted.
I know.
Success. Okay, success.
Okay, just a regular success.
Yeah, regular, which is fine.
Okay, so he's still fighting, but he's bleeding and looks like he's on his last legs. Nevertheless, he's going to strike back at you with your and your forward stance still, right?
I'm forward, yeah.
And you got the bonus die there.
Oh, I didn't add another bonus die.
No, it is there. It says bonus +1, so.
But I used hope too.
Oh.
I didn't add my other.
You didn't add your bonus die for hope?
No.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d6 and see if you get a 6 or not.
Okay. Yes, I rolled a fucking 6. Yes,
okay, so actually, you can do extra damage and kill him. So there you go.
I will do that.
Down he goes. All right, so that just leaves the guy who took Haleth down. He is going to attack Oda.
No.
And 19 parry, did you say, or 18?
18.
18, okay.
Oh.
No.
Yes!
All right, Oda. Go for it.
Swing away.
Yes, parry of 1.
Oh my God.
I clicked the wrong thing. Great success!
Whoa.
Yes!
All right, you send an orc head rolling back down the tunnel, and your foes all lie slain, but Haleth lies motionless on the ground.
This is becoming too regular of an occurrence.
Wait, what? I have healing. I have healing.
Do we want to do that right now or leave it till next session?
I would
for maximum drama.
I cannot leave it.
I will not. No, David. We just need normal drama, not maximum drama, just normal drama.
Okay, so it says
he got stabbed too, so I imagine Millie walks over and you hear the slight hiss of air escaping the punctured lung.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it says dying heroes must receive a successful healing roll within approximately 1 hour, or they will die. It doesn't say you can only try once, though. I think once per person, but not
once per person makes sense.
Yeah. You go and then I go. Let's get him.
We're going.
You got 2 chances here.
I'm gonna use hope. I'm gonna use a hope point.
Yes.
I'm down to like 3 hope, y'all.
You're spending them. I was like, damn.
I spend it like nothing. I just don't care. I need to. I fucking failed.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Well, Oda, no pressure.
This is so bad. Wait, what's Silimar's healing?
Yeah, I know, right?
Actually, he's collared down in the fucking basement.
Well,
we know at this point.
Know that. You don't know where he's at. You don't know what he's up to. You just know he was captured.
No.
I'm also going to use a hope.
Mm-hmm. Good call.
Great success.
Yeah, it's a great success. Oh, thank God. Okay.
Now I only have 4 hope.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I think I accidentally put salt into the wound. So
you're like healing herbs, and Oda's like, that's the salt.
That's the parsley salt, you fool. All right. So if the roll is a success, their life has been saved, and they come back to their senses in about 1 hour at 1 endurance. If wounded, heroes must add 10 days to the time required for their injury to mend. Minus the days removed by the healing roll. Okay, so 8 days, I guess, with the great success. Finally, their injury leaves a permanent mark. The details are up to the player: a scar, a limp, a missing finger, etc.
Oh no, there's definitely I mean, so they are. Orcs don't really care for their weapons. They're not well-made weapons.
No, they are
and
not.
They are absolutely not sterile. So it's probably going to be this really angry, jagged mark on his side, like right between a couple of ribs where it got him. Yeah, he's got himself a battle wound that's not going to be pretty. Like he's probably going to have tetanus or blood poisoning, or like it's not going to be pretty.
Gnarly.
All right, so we'll leave it off with the 3 of you, 2 of you holding vigil over Haleth in the middle of this small gallery as your torches burn.
Oh my god.
And wondering where Silumir could be and what is to become of you. So
thanks.
Is this supposed to be relaxing? This is This is a hobby? What are you
I guess I could have just
everything.
I could have just run the starter set adventures, because you actually can't die in the starter set. So
Hey, we're learning.
Asking you not to do that.
Remember?
That's right. It's all your fault.
Fine.
It gets even worse in first edition. In Darkening of Mirkwood, you can come back. Your character can die and come back as a wight that other characters have to face later on, like as mental fuckery. Like you have to face off against your friend. Like
No. Well,
Lord. All right. Well,
we did it. We got through. We're semi-alive and went through 2 combats.
Yeah, we managed 2 combats in 1 session.
Amazing.
Praying
Personal best.
Silumir is okay.
Right.
And
but now we're going to have to retreat.
Makes it through.
Yeah, got to retreat for a week and a half now before we can try again.
True.
We did get some information.
Reconsider your options. Yeah.
Oh my god. Great game, everybody.
Great game. All right. Do it again next time.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'd like to take a moment to thank all of our patrons, both past and present. And thanks as always to those of you backing us at priest level and above. This includes Jonathan Morgantini, Marley Griffin, James Gilbreth, Matt Reed, Hunt Cal, Jathar 132, Just Barbarian Things, Mika Turtianen, N.J. Colton, Ptolemy, and Vixen Lover 42.